Hola. I think we're here again. Hi, hello, hi there. So I'm doing a special impromptu study of the Bible, buddy. Bully. This is the Trustee podcast, or something like it. I am the artist formerly known as Kevin Chaos, and this is my Bible study. I meant to change shirts before I came on, but it's all very spontaneous, so excuse me. So, we've been conversing, myself and Mia Madre. What is up? Godless sewing. I popped a hole in my boat. I went like a mile and a half downriver. This is a Thursday night, I believe. Yes, Thursday. And I got mired up in a swamp. Found some really interesting shit out there, and but I had to circumvent some barbed wire, and thus popped a hole in my vessel, my little rubber dinghy. And so yeah, I'll have to repair that or just get a new fucking boat. I don't know. It's been my haven. I'm here at 8 Coast Studios again, where I've spent most of this week, and it's been a nice, quiet week. And but I have been having some conversations with my mother, and she likes to do the church thing. She tried to encourage me to go to church, which I'm not really into, but she keeps telling me about these things, these peoples or groups or something. The Pharisee, a member of an ancient Jewish sect distinguished by strict observance of the traditional and written law, and commonly held to have pretensions to superior sanctity, self-righteous person or a hypocrite. So this is what the kind church people have been telling me madre around here. That I know my Espanol is absolutely terrible. So Sunday morning, how y'all doing? I got called away from work, no doubt because of my own demeanor, on Friday, or Thursday rather, yeah. Friday I was supposed to be off. Tonight I'm supposed to be working, and they gave me the old boo-boo, and I was like, yeah, you too. You as well. So I'm drinking a hazy IPA and getting ready for bed. I've had about 30 milligrams of liquid THC, so we'll see how that goes for everyone. All right, and we're gonna go get this directly from the ass's mouth. Christianity.com. Who were the Pharisees in the Bible? We got a nice little image here. You can kind of see that. If I blow it up like so. Yeah, that's better. Hey. So I'm not really familiar with what Pharisees are and stuff, so I was like, yeah, cool, what's that? I really don't care, but, like I said, my mom keeps bringing them up, and the Pharisees were a Jewish group mentioned either collectively or as individuals 98 times in the New Testament, mainly in the Gospels. The root meaning of the word Pharisee is uncertain. It is probably related to the Hebrew root meaning separate or detached. From whom did the Pharisees separate? From those, especially priests or clerics, who interpreted the law differently than they? Question mark. There's a question mark at the end of that strange sentence there. From the common people of the land, though, again, a question mark. It's, yeah. Remember, Christianity.com. Not necessarily a reputable source. From Gentiles or Jews who embrace the Hellenistic culture. From certain political groups All these groups of people the Pharisees would have been determined to avoid in their resolution to separate themselves from any type of impurity prescribed by the Levitical law, or more specifically their strict interpretation of it. Okay, so there's some Jews, they were like, y'all ain't quite kosher enough for us, and we're going over here. Okay, cool. Good to know. But according to a lot of modern Christians, I guess they're like hypocrites, they're like, kind of like assholes. Okay, the Pharisees in the scripture. The New Testament depicts the Pharisees as opponents of Jesus or the early Christians. On the other hand, they warn Jesus that his life is in danger from Herod in Luke, invite him for meals again in Luke, are attracted to or believe in Jesus in John, and protect the early Christians in Acts. Paul asserts he was a Pharisee before his conversion in Philippians. Fuck 'em. The book. It's PHP, whatever that is. The clearest New Testament statement of Pharisaic distinctives is in Acts. The Sadducees say there is no resurrection and there are neither angels nor spirits, but the Pharisees acknowledge them all. What? Okay. This would give the impression that doctrine was the basic concern of the group. However, in Mark, it says that the Pharisees do not eat unless they give their hands a ceremonial washing, holding to the tradition of the elders. Well, that's probably good practice. I mean, we're still in the middle of the quote here. When they come from the marketplace, they do not eat unless they wash, and they observe many other traditions, such as the washing of cups, pitchers, and kettles. Oh my God, they were clean. Like, okay. Real hypocritical bastards trying to wash their hands in cups and shit. Thus, we are also told of the Pharisees' concern for washing, the ceremonial cleansing, and observance of the traditions of the elders, description of the oral law. Were they washing them in blood or feces? Like, what's wrong with this at this point? They're hypocritical assholes because they wash their hands in cups. I don't get that at all. I'm absolutely flabbergasted by that whole thing. It sounds like they were hated for being clean. Okay. This is news to me. Matthew 23 calls attention to their positions of religious authority in the community. 2. Concern for outward recognition and honor. 3. Enthusiasm for making converts. And 4. Emphasis on observing the legalistic minutiae of the law. They sound like regular-ass Christians. In verse 23, Jesus condemns them not for what they did, but for neglecting the more important matters of the law, justice, mercy, and faithfulness. Neglecting the more important matters, which were apparently not cleanliness. It's not next to godliness, contrary to popular belief, as Christianity.com will attest to us here. So how were the Pharisees legalistic? In many ways, the Pharisees were the worst people in the world. They were... What? Wait, that's like just a statement of fact here. They were the worst people in the world? Is that what we're going with here? Okay. They were cold and legalistic. At the same time, the Pharisees were the best people in the whole country. We gotta find out who wrote this. This is just like some crazy opinion piece. Okay, they were the holy men who kept the law. They pursued purity with a passion and wanted nothing more than to live lives that pleased God. They were sincere, albeit sincerely misguided. Okay, so yeah, this guy has an opinion about it, or girl, or whoever they be. There were never any more than 6,000 Pharisees in the country. They were known as the Shabura, or the Brotherhood. They entered into this brotherhood by taking a pledge in front of 3 witnesses that they would spend all their lives observing every detail of the scribal law. This sounds almost like a mafia. It's like a Christian, or a Jewish mafia, rather, right? I think that's actually a thing, too. There is a Jew mob, for sure. That was the problem. With an exclamation point. This guy wants me to yell, "That was the problem!" Okay. The scribes had created the Mishnah, the writings that codified scribal law. Scribal law, excuse me. Maybe a little bit of Freud in there. Then there was the Talmud, which is the commentary on the Mishnah. I have read of a rabbi who spent nearly 3 years studying one chapter from the Mishnah. A perfect illustration is seen in the simple Sabbath law. The Bible clearly told to the Israelite, "Do not work, do not bear burdens, but rest and keep it a holy day." Well, work, oh, wrong way. Work had to be defined. Carrying burdens had to be defined. For example, one could get milk enough for 1 swallow. Very generous of you. Carrying a spoon weighing no more than 1 fig. So, like, there's like a teaspoon full of milk. Okay. It was the scribes and Pharisees who were embroiled over the discussion as to whether or not on the Sabbath a woman could wear a brooch, a mother could pick up her child, or a man could wear his wooden leg. Now that last one's just a little fucking interesting to me. These were burdens. And there's a shitty video from some guy here about a Pharisee and a tax collector that we're not going to look at, because fuck them. This is like the weirdest shit I've read in a while. Yeah. Well, you know, we had that. So yeah, I keep hearing these are like the hypocrites. They're like the reason that we don't go to church is because of these, you know, I guess Levitical assholes or non-assholing Levites. I'm not sure about that whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I do wash my hands and wear a mask. Even though they say there's not a pandemic, you probably should too. Be like the Pharisees. Alright, getting the fuck out of here, Titan Uranus. I'm never careful. Always trusty. Be kind, be good to yourselves, and all that good shit. And don't pop a hole in your boat, because that's not helpful. Until next time.